Okay, just a really quick, slight tweak to the melee for just anytime melee. Don't have to have a special weapon or anything. Just straight up hit a button. He does a knife animation and melees. We're just gonna change like a couple of things here. So follow Whippy's tutorial. It's under tutorials in the Discord. You should have like the stop. It'll do like stop, reload, the input action, the trace, all that stuff. The only thing we're really gonna change, yeah, you should have all this. If not, you can kind of see what I did. Checking for reloads, firing, all that fun stuff is melee. Aiming, if you're aiming, stop aiming. Set the knife hidden, and let's see what's different. Make it hidden or not hidden. And I don't think too much is there. I did. The biggest thing you need to change is to get it instead of just being a single trace, or not like shotgunning it, to making a broad area. I'm doing a timer, so it's firing off the line trace multiple times during the animation. So you could just right click and make a custom event. I named mine timer knife. You can do like whatever you want. And then you can drag out of that and do set timer by event, and then connect this into the event. So this event is setting the timer itself, this is basically like a fancy event tick. Set the looping. There's no start delays or anything. I have mine on a 0.01, so it fires every 0.01 seconds. And then if you you should have a server melee knife damage trace, because that should be part of the tutorial. So now this is, as soon as I hit the knife button, it's going to fire this every 0.01 seconds. It's going to hit this line trace. And this comes down here and is where your line trace is for damage. So you're going to fire this trace off every, as fast as you can. I have mine set to 300. So every single time it hits the zombie, I mean, obviously your character's not going to be animating that, but every single time one of these line traces hits a zombie, it's 300 damage. So you can tweak this and go like, if you're like, oh, it's insta-killing everything, just do 50 or 100 and kind of tweak it. None of this should be different. Your impact effects, all that stuff. I don't think any of this is different. This is your multicast. I have a third-person animation that plays, so maybe this is new if you want to copy this. This is just a multicast play melee for the third-person character. I think Wiggy did that. The most important stuff is so you're firing this event, but you have to stop it. And I'm not sure, because it's been a while since I've seen the video, if he did or didn't. There's a start trace and an end trace in your animation. So whatever animation you're using, this is my knife, and then he pulls it out. If you right-click, add notify, and do montage notify, then that's how you get the two notifies I'm grabbing here. So I named one start trace, end trace, and then you can go back, and don't worry about this blend out stuff right now. The important thing is this start trace. So you can come out and get like notify by name and do like equal. It's gonna go, okay, is the name, did we hit the montage notify start trace? So on notify begin, as soon as you hit a notify, you can come out and go branch. Right? There's probably an easier way to do this, but on notify begin, you want to come out and get a branch. Go, is it a start trace? If it's true, then we're going to fire off the knife timer. So we're not doing anything with the we're not firing off any of this until we hit that knife timer. Okay, and then then it's gonna be like bam, 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 bam. It's gonna fire that line trace off until you hit the end trace. So if it's false, it's gonna hit another notify. You're gonna come out. It's not. Oh, I hit a notify. It's not the it's not the start trace, it's the end trace. So is it end trace? Yes. We're gonna clear and invalidate this timer by handle. So you're gonna, the way to get this is come out of your timer and get a clear and invalidate, and that will shut this timer off. And of course, this is not a do once, so every time you do this, it's going to fire it off, and then it's going to clear it. And then I do have, okay, so the reason that this is here is because of my third person. So if you have a third person, I have it play, as you saw here, cast knife. This is playing my third person animation, which is just another montage notify. So it's going to hit one and go, it's not start trace, it's not end trace. So it's going to go false, false, and then it's going to immediately, before it does anything else, start playing the third person animation. Because it's not on a blend out. You could do on a blend out or on a blend in or on, you could fire it here. Technically, I could just come out of here and do like that. I wouldn't necessarily need a notify for that. So, but I have a sound here, and I don't want to like mix stuff up with firing orders. Then you on blend out or interrupted or completed, you're gonna set it hidden. I have a delay of 0.3 seconds. I think maybe Whippy does too, and then I set it not delaying. And then what it should look like. Minus one thing, I did change where it is on my character. So on your knife, your mesh that you put in your hands, for whatever animation you have, I just have mine oriented backwards because that's how he stabs. I added the knife line trace to the knife. So the line trace is connected to the knife. The reason it looks like this is I had it here, but my knife was firing downwards, like over here. So I just pulled it back, and then I changed the rotation of the knife line trace. But you can see how it's moving with his hand. And when you're completely done, it should look like this. Get this going here. So I have it on debug. So if I come out here, now when I melee, you can see it fires a bunch of line traces. Okay, so you can see it's firing exactly at where the knife is multiple times. So when you come over here, it's the entire time you're... Like if I go to a zombie, it's a little bit easier and you can see the greens are all the hits. So, and now that goes for every single melee weapon you do. So if you have melee weapons that are let me take a look here. So if you go to your weapon blueprints, you could just make a gun. It's the same thing. You could just make a gun, a knife or a sword. So here's one of my guns. My aim down sights doesn't do anything. It just holds the knife in a different direction. These don't fire. There is no muzzle. So like, and then it's just infinite ammo. So you don't have to, like, just put an animation with your knife, and then I think the only thing you have to do for these to get it to do the same thing is I just copied what Whippy already taught me how to do, is if you go to your event graph, when, let's see, it's under special weapons, I made a special place for them, so shotguns, swords. So all I have to do here is pick what animation set I'm using. So I have an unarmed animation set, which is just, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't have an unarmed. I have a melee animation set, so just make a new animation set, and then you just fire off a sword line trace. It goes, okay, where's the sword line trace? It's the same thing. It's the exact same shit, minus I have a melee line trace here. So the line trace for melee weapons is on the right hand. So anything in the right hand or the weapon blueprint area, I've just made it to where it's matched with this. So as long as you have a sword that's facing up or a knife that's facing up, I mean, you could just do different stuff too. So you could go, let me go back to my thing here. If I have like a different melee animation set, then I could just fire off a different I could come down here and fire off a different logic for, like, if I have melee 1, melee sword 2, melee sword 3, and make a different animation set for each individual one, and then it's doing the same thing. It's firing off the sword line trace, and then I think I have some other weird stuff going on here. It's a little bit unhinged. I could do a deeper tutorial on this later, but like I have depending on, oh yeah, so I have a fire sword and a melee sword. So the fire sword basically has a slower sweep time. So it, or a faster, it doesn't matter. The animations are different. So I clear and invalidate the timer based on what weapon I'm using. So each recoil type that I've created has a different clear and invalidate. So you're just holding this down until you're done with your animation, and it's going to do the same exact thing. This is copied from the melee. This is all the exact same code. It's literally just how I'm firing the line trace off and how long I'm going to keep it up for. Like I said, if you're curious, I can go deeper into this and show you how to make like your different recoil types or different what's it called, animation enums. But if you, like, if I go to the character and I do, like, sword, my class defaults here, if I do, like, let me see where's my starting weapons? This might not work. I might be on a specific character right now, but you'll be able to see the debug on the, component, save this. So now if I play, now it doesn't have it. But anyway, it follows the sword. So anything that the sword touches, it's following it exactly the same as the knife. It just depends on the swing of the arm or whatever you're using based on your animation. And that's pretty much it. If I miss anything or you want me to go deeper, just let me know. It's pretty simple. I can always copy all this code. As a matter of fact, this is what I'll do. I'll copy all of this code right here for swords, and I'll make a UE, a blueprint basket that you can just take the code out of. Because this also works for Gibbs. So that's what I'll do, and then the other stuff is pretty much drag and drop. Thanks. Have a good one, guys.